What's up, everyone? My name is Jesse. This is the Auditorium. I react to video game music as a musician myself. Today is Yakuza, or just Kiwami. From what I know, this is the next canon game after Yakuza 0, which I have played. I discovered Yakuza on this channel, and I've played 0 only because of the music was so impressive. So, yeah, this is, I think it has two names, Komaki Training and Takumi, whatever that means. Requested by Max and someone who wishes to remain anonymous. So, I'll eventually play this game just because, since I played 0, I kind of feel inclined to see what comes after. But I'm in no rush to do it currently. There's just too many games in the series, and yeah. But the music is always something to look forward to. So, Komaki Training / Takumi from Kiwami. I don't know what the proper title is. I'm just going to say Yakuza Kiwami. All right, let's go. Lots of volume swells. Kind of dubstep-y, but with rock. It's like 3 genres at once right now. It has like a kind of fighting feel, like action at the moment. As in, not a minigame. Maybe. You never know with this game. For all I know, you could be like, whack-a-mole during this. Build up. Build down. Ooh. A little more Eastern sounding. There's so many cuts. Reminds me of a hip-hop genre called glitch hop, where there's just like a lot of like stop like that, like just like a quick stop. It's really nice though, like the piano has this really floaty melody while the guitars are it's like a mellow intensity. Like it's heavy, but it's like chill. I do love that. I've never actually figured out what that sound is. One day I should just looked it up, but I never did. That last sound we heard there, like that kind of like quintessential Japanese sort of ninja type sound. I don't know if I don't think it's flute. I don't know what it is, but whatever that is, I'm a huge fan of it. But I think it might be, I could be wrong, but I think it might be the first time I heard it in a Yakuza song. So maybe this game is a little more embracive of its older culture. I don't know when this takes place. I don't know if it's because from what I know, all I know about this series is that Zero is a newer game, but it is the prequel to all of it. So obviously this comes after that, but I don't know if there's like any like sort of timeline or going into the past, and like stuff like that. When I think music like that, I think more, obviously older, back in the day stuff. So this was interesting for a couple of reasons. Even though I've heard a fair share of Yakuza by now, there is a sort of sound I've kind of grown accustomed to. But even this one was kind of a little different because of the genres being mixed. And this is kind of going to go in line with what I'm about to ask is, when was this made? And before you answer that, I am aware that this is I don't know the proper term here. I always get confused with the, remade, remaster, remakes, all the rehash. Sometimes I've even heard. I know these are not the original games and they're let's just say redone. So my question is, are the songs the exact same from the original, or did they get redone when the game got redone? Because the reason I'm asking is because the sound is very like kind of late 2000s. Actually more like, no, let me rephrase that. More like early 2010s, where like dubstep was kind of a big deal, and this definitely had a little bit of dubstep, some rock, some glitchy stops, which we heard all over the place. The stops, again, I don't even know if this is a term either. I only know them as like, technically like glitches, just because like every time I've heard like the terms like glitch step or glitch hop, it's always the same thing where it's just like da da da, and then it goes into the next part immediately. But there's like just that little snap, I guess, of like a pause. So it sounds like that kind of era. So I'm very curious if it was remade or if that's the way the song originally sounded. I don't know when the original came out either, or this one. So, speaking of Yakuza music that I'm kind of familiar with now, when I say familiar with, I really mean more of when they use certain sounds, I guess. For example, for those that don't know, Yakuza is like a theme park of a video game, right? Like you can do this kind of serious crime drama, which is very serious, with emotion and passion and anger and all that. But you can also like go race go-karts, play pool, swing batting cages, go to, exotic underground places. And there's a huge undertone of comedy and just wackiness that's so silly. Even the characters are sometimes just ridiculous and dancing and karaoke. So, but those songs are so vastly different. They're all like very fitting to what they're doing. But I noticed I don't want to say I'm confident in something because obviously I don't know, but based on my history with this, I want to say I'm like 95% confident that this has to do with a conflict of fight boss or something, because when it comes to showtime and you're, swinging, this is the kind of music. It's more on the intense, kind of driving hard stuff. And that can range anywhere from like sort of metal to even like electronic, strictly, but still the intensity is there. This one kind of reminded me of Kuze's theme, which, of course, is Yakuza. I think it was yes, it was. Kuze's theme was the first song I ever heard from Yakuza. You can see my reaction somewhere. I like lost my mind. I even covered it on guitar. Shameless plug. But, it has that kind of sort of similar big drive, distortion guitars, and like just kind of looming energy, except that one has like more of a chorus and a like nice melodic hook. This one kind of just rode this energy, but didn't really like take off or anything. It just kind of stuck in one spot while it's playing with these soft pianos and electric guitars with the kind of glitchy beat. So it's a little all over the place. But it does still sound like Yakuza to me. Like I think I'm at the point now where if I were to hear that completely blind, didn't know what this was, I would say it sounds like Yakuza. So, which is cool. But there has been times where I've heard stuff that doesn't sound like the game at all. I think that's mostly from Like a Dragon. I think Like a Dragon... Wait, was it Like a Dragon? I was confused with the whole like numbering system. Whichever one has like the yellow cover, it might be 7. whatever. I'm sure someone will correct me and they just want to tell me, but that's one I believe it may have even been a different composer. Who knows? But I just know that one sounded a little different. Anyways, this is really cool, and it kind of, I will tell you that this does make me a little closer to playing. I don't know when. I have no current plans. I own them all. I bought Zero, and then once I beat Zero, I was pretty much set on not playing anymore, just because I know they're huge time sinks, and there's so many games, and I don't have the time for that many games. But there was like a Steam sale for all of them for like a ridiculous low price. So I was like, yeah, sure. They'll sit there in my library for who knows how long. So I own them all, and I did want to at least try this one, just because it's like the very next one. Zero kind of feels like a hangover. That's the word I'm thinking of. Cliffhanger, blooper, and so I kind of want to know what happens after that. It's like we see certain someone walk into the sunset with a new look type of thing. So yeah, this actually makes me kind of more. Maybe listening to this like shrinks the time of when I play it by like maybe 24 hours or something. I still don't know when, but another cheap plug. Whenever I do that, it'll be right there. So cool. Thank you, Max, and other person for having me check this out. Komaki training. Don't know what that means or what Takumi means. When I say I had 2 titles, both people that requested it, they gave me 2 different titles. So, anyways, cool. And also let me know what Kiwami means. I have no idea what that means. Thank you for everyone that's watching and to everyone that you see on the screen. My name is Jesse. This is the Auditorium Video Game Music Rules. Take it easy. Have a nice day.